Hello, my caramels. Welcome back. Some of you ladies are taking dating to the extreme, like you should have high standards. But be realistic, like thinking out loud. I think that woman who went on a date with that man who took her to the Cheesecake Factory was disrespectful. And having high standards doesn't mean you should go around disrespecting people. Lessons we can learn from that cheese factory. Date. Ladies, I'm not saying you shouldn't have the bar high here, but be realistic here. Why did she find it amusing to go on a date with a man and lock his car door? Like I would let her take a Uber home if I were him. Some of you ladies know what men to disrespect like that.
Okay, almost there. The door for you.
Okay. He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
You're recording me?
Yeah.
First of all, this woman looks like her egg's about to dry up. To be acting like this, furthermore, to be treating someone's son like a chauffeur. If you think that was below your standards, why didn't you leave? Instead of all that crazy stuff you did and recording a date without someone's consent, you are a red flag lady.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
so you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
At the
Went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know.
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like even like when we were walking to the car, you would.
You literally locked the man's car door and disrespect the man. Now you acting like you want to cooperate for a date? She looks like she's just there for the free food. If you don't want to go on the date, just say that. Cause all this unnecessary behavior isn't gonna cut it.
Put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
Yeah.
can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got
mean,
myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay. Well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
I know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? and I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I understand.
for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
that is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do. I would have been. Okay. But if we're late, I told you twice.
I don't see why she's so surprised that the man backed out of taking her to the other restaurant. Her behavior was enough to scare a scarecrow. What were you expecting?
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. Waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, equivalent to that? I literally you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for date.
No.
I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? Isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe?
She's even lucky he had some decency about him, because if it were some other man, he would have left her at the location to find her way back home.
I'm sorry, y'all.
He just pulled out of the parking space.
If I don't feel respected, I'm not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. You didn't want this place anyway, right?
I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off home.
All right, whatever.
There is no compromise for disrespect. She probably doesn't even go to places like that on her own. Ladies having a $2 attitude will be a total turn-off for anyone. So the first thing you should learn from this is a $2 attitude gets you to be treated like you're worth only $2. Another lesson is that you should dress the part. If you got your lashes looking like they were done at the back of some sketchy part of town where the lash tech don't know what the hell she doing, then how else you think your date was about to turn out? Her dress code was way off to even be at some fancy restaurant with somebody's son talking about the cheese factory. She's acting like someone who isn't used to anything in her entire life. He was probably looking at her saying to himself, hell nah, not today. I'm not paying for this ghetto trash.
Well, I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. Well, I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming from.
Knowing your worth doesn't mean disrespecting people. And some of you ladies might be doing this on a date and thinking you're doing a man a favor. No, you're not. If you have this attitude towards anyone in life, then you need to work on your character. No one likes disrespect. Stop expecting the world from these men. If you expect the world, then you will always be disappointed. Which is why women should love themselves before thinking of starting any relationship. Take yourself on me dates. Buy yourself flowers, the stuff that you know you deserve. So if you finally decide to go on a date, you are not desperately expecting the world from any man because you already gave. yourself these things. As I always say, think before you do until my next episode. Be careful how you treat people. It might come back and bite you in the ass. Peace out, ladies.